Hello my dear students, today we are going to start another topic from the last lesson. What was the last lesson? Life under the Mauryas. Okay, and today I am going to discuss about taxation. The king, he collected taxes mainly from agriculture and it was the main source of revenue. Okay, and the land revenue, it was varied from region to region. It was divided, or it varied from region to region, and it depends on the quality of the land. The tax or revenue collected by the quality of the land. Okay, the rate ranged from 1/4 through 1/6 of the produce based on the land of each individual cultivator, not on the village as a whole. Okay, agriculture was the main income, main source of the revenue, and the amount of tax, amount of revenue, it varied from place to place. Okay, and except land revenue, beside the land revenue, other major source of revenue were sales tax and taxes on craft and rate. Okay, except land revenue, other kinds of taxes also were there: sales tax and tax on craft and trade. And what are the purpose of these taxes, or for what they collected the money as tax? They collected the tax for maintaining the army, for implementing welfare measures, and for paying of salaries to officials. What are the aim for this revenue? They used the amount for maintaining the army, for implementing welfare measures, and for payment of salaries to officials. And what was the society on those days? According to the various source materials like Indica, Mauryan society was divided on the basis of profession. The scholars, especially Brahmanas, had a high position in society as they were appointed to high post on the rulers, high post by the rulers. The scholars, especially Brahmins, had a high position in society as they were appointed to high post by the rulers. They, along with the Jain and Buddhist monks, paid no taxes. Okay, the people, those who from Jain and Buddhist monks, they did not pay any kind of taxes. And below them, below the Jains, Buddhist, all other categories like government officials, soldiers, merchants, craftsmen, farmers. Okay, and the majority of the people were farmers who either cultivated their own field or tilled the king's lands. The majority of the people were farmers. Most of the people, they have worked in the field. They were farmers. The village had a population of tough shepherds and herdsmen as well. Artisans like carpenters, weavers, metal workers, and potters lived in both urban and rural areas. Carpenters, weavers, metal workers, potters, they lived in urban area as well as rural area also. And on those days, trade and commerce, it developed, it flourished, and the Mauryan kings maintained a large army, large well-equipped standing army, and many of the people, many men, they were employed as soldiers. Okay, the Mauryan kings maintained a large and well-paid standing army. Many men were employed as soldiers, civil servants, who worked for the central and provincial administration, were respected members of the society. Okay, in this video we discussed about taxation, society, etc., etc., and already we have covered Mauryan administration, central administration, provincial administration, etc., etc. I hope that all of you understood about taxation, society, etc., etc. On those days, what was the main source of revenue? Agriculture. Agriculture was the main source of revenue. And what about the society? Society was divided, or Mauryan society was divided on the basis of professions. And the people, those who belong from Jains, Buddhist monks, these people, they did not pay any type of taxes. And the majority of the people, they were farmers, and they were cultivated their own field or till the king's land. Okay, I hope that all of you understood up to here. If you have any doubt about this topic, please you can ask.